Hi Jordan and Perry, it's Andrew from Maison here. The last thing we want to talk about here is just the main carrier infinity control located on the main floor of the house. There's a ton of features that you can do with this, but at the end of the day, there's very few that you're going to use on a day-to-day basis. You can also download the app, connect this to your Wi-Fi, and then you can get all of this access through your phone. Essentially here, the way it works is you just click on it to wake the screen up, and you can toggle between your main floor, basement, and your upstairs. And you can have a look at what the temperature is reading on the main floor, and then get an idea of what the set points of both the heating and cooling are. So in this case here, we're actually sitting at 71, and our heat 2 is set to 70. And so what's probably happened here is the solar heat gain just from the light coming in the windows has warmed it up higher than what the furnace has. So the furnace is cut out. In this case here though, it's going to wait until it gets closer to 73 before it turns on the AC. And the reason for that is you kind of want space between those two set points so that your system isn't switching between heat and between cool continuously. You'll notice up here the mode is set to auto. So in auto, it automatically switches between the heat and cool, which is great. And then the other thing to point out here is under the features button, you can actually see your fan speed, your humidity, and then your status of the thermostat. Just walking through each one of these at a time, we always want to see the fan speed in a 3-zone house, usually between medium and high. And the reason we do that is so that we get nice, good, consistent air consistency for between the 3 floors. Once you've lived in the house for a little while, if you find that you don't need that, you can experiment and turn it down to low, but we would never want to go below low because you can get pockets in the house that just aren't as even. As far as the humidity is concerned, this system here is going to take care of running your humidifier and your other pieces of equipment together in conjunction. But one thing, this is the most important thing out of everything I'm going to tell you. If you ever see condensation on your windows and you see frost or that sort of thing, please call us. The reason for that is we've set this up to create the most comfortable indoor air environment, but depending on your exposure, depending on the amount of glass in the house, sometimes we have to make some little tiny adjustments here to bring that humidity down, especially on the coldest days of the year. So you're probably not going to notice it when it's only -20 out. But when we start dipping into the -25, the -30, and we get some of those bigger wind chills, if you start to see condensation forming in the corners of the windows, please just give us a call. Other than that, you can go into the menu here. You can set your comfort profiles for your temperature, and this is basically if you're going to be gone during certain times of the day to work, and then home at other times. You can have it heating and cooling just like any programmable thermostat. In our case here, we've got you on hold, so it's basically just going to hold between that 70 and 73 throughout the house. And this is probably the best place to put it on until you get and know what your routines are going to be, and then you can change and set that up.